to support all the kids that are not having really good food. The phrase, nourish the children, was deliberately chosen. You notice, we never say feed the children. It's always nourish. And that's what makes our program very different from all the federal programs, WHO programs, and all that. All the programs around, it's always been, let's feed them wheat, let's feed them corn, let's feed them rice. There is no nourishment. It's all carbs. Our Vitamil was designed to be a complete meal. It was designed in collaboration with a WHO pediatrician at UC Davis. So when we talk about what we do in Nu Skin, even though it's 5% of what we do or whatever it is, it's 95% of who we are, that's really true. Because we always say we are innovative, right? We don't just stop innovating just because we want to create a meal. That was an innovative product. That's the difference, perhaps, if anything else. The word innovation, for us anyway, it extends and it permeates everything that we do, right? So today I'm going to take you through a little bit of a journey, if you will, the past, the present, and the future. And because we Yoko showed you a whole list, a scrolling list of products we have produced and developed over the years, right? To the extent that some of you may feel there's so many products, why do we actually are able to consume or actually be able to understand all those products? So I'll give you an umbrella, because fundamentally what we are, when you look at all the things that we do, it comes up. We are an anti-aging company. No more, no less. Whatever that we do, that's the umbrella that we exist under. Guys, it's anti-aging. There's nothing to be confused about. You don't need to rubberneck. When we bring out a new product, it will, and in the future too, we will always be Nu Skin as an anti-aging company. You may not like it sometimes, some of you, if you're young, for example, but just tweak the word. And if you talk about youth preservation, it's the same thing. Our products are applicable at any age group. All right? Anti-aging is not just for old people. It's for everybody. But nonetheless, that's the one that we use, and that's what will always be. This is the umbrella that we have. Yoko has given you a little bit of the history behind what we did. So, when I first came into the world of Nu Skin, back in 1998, what did I see? Because frankly, I was like a new distributor. I know nothing about Nu Skin, right? After the acquisition of Pharmanex. What did I see? There was only one tagline. There was only one concept. It's always about all of the good, none of the bad. It applies to the products. It applies to everything. It's about, even back then in 1984, more than 40 years ago, it was about anti-aging. Right? So as we progressed in our science and innovation or whatever that we have been doing in Nu Skin product development, it has always been that. The next one, Pharmanex came in. What did we do? We just added more scientific evidence to make and buttress the initial concept of all of good, none of that. Right. We bring out the biophotonic scanner, and this is the interesting one. What did we say? We say it measures antioxidant. I'm going to take you through that in fact what we have done through the advent of AI and through the 20 years that we have been gathering data on the scanner, we have made that into a translator. It's no more just an antioxidant scanner. And that's why, in fact, it's probably one of the reasons why I'm still back here, because it's so exciting that we are able to transform that particular device into something even deeper and more profound. So you just go through the whole thing. That's what we have. It can always be accommodated under the anti-aging umbrella, no doubt about that. So Yoko talk about healthy aging in general, right? I just want to show you schematically as you go through, and the supplement, Yoko is absolutely right. But the science tells us that this supplement, as you're moving people over using the PRISM scale over to a healthier level, right? And she gave you a hint, in a way, and once again, it's because of the PRISM, right? That is beginning to show us that the scale that we have created is not sufficient to cover the power of the observation that we get out of PRISM. There is another level that all of us can reach for that will bring us even healthier aging. That's the key. By the way, when I go back to the original scanner, one of the biggest criticisms that we ever received from our competitors, frankly, is, oh yeah, that's a little scanner thing, or that's, Nu Skin made it because they want to make LifePak look good. Okay? It's a LifePak detector, in a way. You know, they had a little leprechaun sitting inside, staring through their probe, and when they see a competitive person coming through, they turn the scanner number down. You know, or in so many words, or in some other variation of that theme. No, we had LifePak, guys. I mean, historically, we had LifePak before we had a scanner. Frankly, when the company wanted to go and commercialize a scanner, I was sweating bullets that we can actually use that to show that LifePak is a very meaningful supplement. The evidence supported, however, the concept. You know, none of the guys in the room were sweating bullets. Say, yeah, it's automatically. No. Now, what we have done since for the last 20 years, we have actually flipped it now. PRISM helped to improve LifePak. And all of you, I bet you have missed the most important improvement. And the product, in a way, we're not even spending time to talk about it. That LifePak that Yoko showed on a couple of her slides, that is the new LifePak. That new LifePak was developed with the help of the PRISM. We flipped it because of the data that we have. Right? So, and that's what also shows us the scale is going to be a little bit larger. This book was the bane of my existence. Because one day, Ryan walked into the office and said, Joe, you got to go write a book. I said, you go write a book. I said, what do you want me to do? Oh, we need to, I just read somewhere. There's so much science that we've launched so many products and so on. You know, the aging science has improved and progressed to another level. Why don't you go write another book? The first book, I finally read it. It was actually quite interesting. So I said, I said, really? Does that mean I can't go fishing? He said, oh, well, whatever. So, you know, it took me, frankly, it didn't take me, I did not accept that, you know, mandate immediately. It took me some time, a few months to think, really, I have to write? Oh gosh, yeah. Ping will kill me. So anyway, so we started on, I said, but how do you get this book down? And literally I said, well, if that is really, if there is a need, I don't disagree with that. We have launched a few products, okay? And I said it might also be good to include the science behind those products too. And that's why I added a few chapters to the previous edition and make it a new edition. But it's important. Chapter 10 is shown here, and it's the last chapter. And Ryan sort of alluded to that in the morning. It's because it describes all the devices that we have introduced in the world of Nu Skin. And PRISM had a prominent place in that chapter because it explains how it became a translator rather than just an antioxidant scanner. It's transformative, guys, okay? It's not an incremental improvement with the scanner. Whether you like it or not, okay, whether you, frankly, some of you say, I don't know how to incorporate it in my business. Fine. It's fine. But fundamentally, this has changed the face of aging. And you've seen all the data that Yoko showed you, right? It's a huge market opportunity. We got to find a way to incorporate this, because if you truly think you're a force for good, and I'll switch over to that side, you don't use the prism, I think you may have a harder time. This is introducing a new type of science, which I would call, at this time, behavioral nutrition. You can see the science. You can do the science now. It's not just me standing up there trying to explain all the science to you. It's rather arcane. Now you have in your hands a device, a precision device, if you will, that can actually demonstrate, making the invisible visible. It's a category creator. And you're going to hear a lot, right, from everywhere. Oh, we're going to measure all kinds of biomarkers from the blood, and we're going to do that, and it will tell you how healthy you are or how unhealthy you are, and so on. I don't think I want to get into that race, because it will be a hamster in a wheel. Because there's so many biomarkers in the blood, plus, really, seriously, Nuskin is getting each and every one of you go around poking people on their arms or whatever and getting the blood? Really? You guys don't even read the manual instruction on the prism. And I'm going to get all of you to go poke people? No. Because those are the biomarkers, right? But the point is, when you get into that arms race, you never win. You just keep on going. But with prism, it's non-invasive, 15 seconds, you get a real-time reading on how you age or how you are nutritionally, the status of your nutritional health. It's a precision device, right? I want you to remember that. When we launched the prism, I know you guys are going to come